Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Scott Beadle with Big Fox News. A somber anniversary as today marks 17 years since the September 11th terror attacks. A ceremony was held at Ground Zero today where the Twin Towers once stood. A moment of silence was held at the exact moment that first plane hit the South Tower. The names of all 2,606 victims killed at that site were also read out loud.
Petty Officer Second Class Matthew M. Flacco, United States Navy. Sandra N. Foster.
Another ceremony was held in Arlington, Virginia to remember the 184 killed when American Airlines Flight 77 slammed into the Pentagon. Vice President Mike Pence took part in a wreath laying in honor of those victims. He says the victims will forever be etched in the hearts of all Americans.
While we all suffered loss that day, we know you bear a special burden. But we gather here in the shadow of the building where your loved ones departed this life to say that you do not bear that burden alone. The American people stand with you.
And President Trump is in Shanksville, Pennsylvania to remember the attacks there.
America's future is not written by our enemies. America's future is written by our heroes. As long as this monument stands, as long as this memorial endures, brave patriots will rise up in America's hours of need, and they too will fight back.
The president spoke at the observance ceremony at the just opened Flight 93 National Memorial. It honors the 40 passengers and crew members who died when their hijacked plane crashed there. Of course, they're considered heroes. It's believed their actions prevented that plane from striking another target. Every year on September 11th, a remembrance ceremony is held at First Responders Honor Park in the town of Irwin. This year, the First Responder of the Year award was posthumously awarded to Nicholas Clark, who lost his life in the line of duty this year on July 2nd. Trooper Clark's father and brother accepted that award. We're also presented a proclamation, by local politicians.
First responders are probably they are the most underappreciated people and most important people that we have because of the fact that we don't think about them. We only think about them when we need them. But they are there for us 24/7. And if we think about it, probably all of us at one time or another have needed a first responder. You know, it's very seldom that locally we have somebody that makes the ultimate sacrifice, and Nicholas Clark did.
Phil Palmisano, the State Assembly, and myself from the State Senate, we're proud to provide a proclamation honoring and remembering and commemorating the award to Trooper Clark for the great sacrifice, one of many of our first responders in the community that put their lives on the line for us every day. When people are rushing out of burning buildings and running away from accidents, our first responders, our police, our firemen, our EMTs are rushing into that catastrophe.
The ceremony happened at 11 a.m., about an hour after the time the South Tower of the World Trade Center collapsed, when first responders were in action saving as many people as they could. Elmira police are investigating an early morning home invasion. Happened just before 2 in the 400 block of Race Street. Police say 2 people burst into a home and demanded money. There was a scuffle. Then one of those suspects fired a pellet gun at the residents, hitting one of them in the leg. Jonathan Trichter is an investment banker and public finance expert running for New York State Comptroller. He was in the studio today talking to Big Fox News about what his plan would be for upstate New York if he's elected.
First question, you're not a career politician. What made you want to get into politics? Was there some sort of turning point? Was it the state of New York? Or What was it?
Yeah, no, there was a lot of it, and I'm not a career politician, but the office itself is not a political office. It shouldn't be a political office. It's an office that requires a private sector set of skills that I myself acquired as a public finance investment banker at J.P. Morgan, and then as a public pension restructuring professional at a restructuring firm. Those are the kinds of skills this office needs, and currently it's being held by a career politician, somebody who's elected to office initially at the ripe old age of 18, and he's well into his 60s at this point. He's never had or hasn't since held a private sector job. So the office is in control of a $200 billion pension system. It's the market power of a Saudi prince, and right now it's being held and run by a career politician who invests those assets and has underperformed the market because he's not a career professional investor, and he pretty much doesn't know what he's doing. So he's underperformed you can quantify it, he's underperformed by $66 billion. And the result of that, the impact, is that taxes have to be increased across the state to make up for the underperformance. So I was inspired by a $66 billion loss and the fact that we live in an overtaxed state, and this is one place that is a root cause of just how high taxes we have. And so for that reason alone, I thought
Trictor will face incumbent comptroller Tom DiNapoli in the race to become the state's chief fiscal officer this November. Well, our skies are clearing once again. Meteorologist Kim Walker has what we can expect next in our Big Fox forecast.
Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
Well, welcome back, everyone. We are expecting most of the rain to be ending by tonight. We're going to start off with morning fog. There could be a few showers and thunderstorms, though, by the afternoon, and then better chances of rain for your Thursday. But this weekend, it's going to be a little bit warmer, and we are expecting some sunshine. By your Wednesday, we're expecting pleasant conditions behind a cold front that pushed away from our area. Most of the showers will be just a little bit to our south, so there could be some areas that will pick up a little bit of shower activity by tomorrow. But overall, though, I think most of us will see dry conditions. Tonight may be a little bit chilly as we drop down into the upper 50s and lower 60s. Mostly clear cloudy conditions tonight, and some fog will also develop. Temperatures tomorrow in the mid to upper 70s, and we are expecting the possibility of an isolated thunderstorm or two in the afternoon. Better chances of rain toward the end of the week, but then sunshine this weekend, and temperatures will be a little bit warmer with highs in the 80s. Scott?
All right, thank you, Kim. Thanks for joining us on Big Fox News. Have a great night.